Welcome back, thank you for joining me, and check it out, we survived some bad times, but the good times are coming. We're just building some more cow sheds. These two farms saved us all. Got loads of food now, and loads to sell, so we should have our money going up. We'll see what trades we can do. It'd be nice to top up our cows, even though we've got loads already. Let's speed up the game, just about to go into winter, so at the end of November, winter always hits, same time. And I want to show you something actually that you might not have known about before, that I did cover briefly in a previous series. Someone's pointed out that you can tick this button to use a fallow field if available, so we'll tick that to show you what it's all about. And I have used it before, and I'll show you. So we've just had some fallow fields here, haven't we? And if you hover over the nutrients, you can see 0%, 3% and 0% just under the mouse cursor there. So it's going through a fallow year at the moment, I believe. And this field, there we go, we've got 100% of the blue stuff and 0% of anything else. And so when you're having a look at what crops to add, you can then hover over what's next to them and see what they need. So this needs 69% of the blue stuff, 10% of the red and 0% of the green. It just helps you to plan, and anyone out there who's got their spreadsheets going, you'll have a field day with all this these stats, so you can literally factor in what each crop needs. So wheat is 50% of the red, 60% of the green and 0% of the blue. And you can link to another farm or cow shed, that field, so you can do it vice versa. But it's easier just doing it from the cow shed, saying just use a fallow field if possible. Or and it will just pick a random one, probably the closest one to it, but I guess if you do it from the actual field itself, if you've got a specific field that you want to boost it with nutrients, and you can do. Anyway, after you've left the fields fallow, they'll go up to near 100%, but some of them will be like 95, 93%. And when you have your cows on them and it's fallow, you're more likely to get everything up to 100%. So that's if you want to go really extra on it. But normally you can play loose and it's cool. So what are we building? We're building 3 cow sheds. Then we've got our chicken coops in this farm, and the pigsty. So we need pigs, really. Yeah, we've got pigs. How are they doing? Got 6 now. Oh no, we've got 8. Cool. Let's boost our limits up to 10. Pigs take an awful lot of food, and you can see here that even though we've got like 600, nearly 700 in total of food, it's only 5 months worth. Water, we've only got 2 months worth, and I'll just see if that can be boosted. Look, it shows you how much it's using yearly. Let's just put in 1,000 and see if it'll take that. Yeah, it will, so we can boost our water supplies. And the interesting thing about the previous updates, wow, look at all the chickens. The interesting thing about the game before the update, there's a trader in there. Let's just pause the game, I'll finish what I'm saying. Before this update, it would say yearly you're using so many. And you've got a limit there as well, but that would just keep counting up and up, so that after 5 years, it was still saying yearly, but after 5 years it just accumulates, and it looks like it's doing that here as well. So I'd still like to see that fixed, because yearly, oh, maybe we are using that per year. We'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes. What are we trading? Live chickens? We don't need live chickens. They're after sunflower, lime and dried fish. Now we could, how many chickens have we got? 30 chickens, 29 hatchlings. We're nearly at the limit. How good is that? So when we've built our next chicken coop, we can split them out and start multiplying our chickens. That's cool. Just going to have a look at the lime over here. So we've got 7,000 quick lime, so we could sell some lime. What are they after, lime or quick lime? They're after lime. And it's the quick lime that's coming out of this kiln, isn't it? Or actually, what is happening? Let me just remind myself. So in the lime works, the lime kiln is making the quick lime, and then the quick lime is produced into lime. Okay, cool. So all of this quick lime, 7,000, we're slowly turning into actual lime in our lime works here. And we are using a lot of water. Look, 79 water. Ah, I need to build a couple of wells next to it. I knew it. I knew it. That's quite a lot of water considering... Well, let's just double check what each well holds. Put down 2 wells for now. Each well... Oh, that's right, each well holds 1,000, but we'll have a couple next to it, because that seems to be quite thirsty. And, let's play the game. So, are we going to sell lime? How much does it make? Makes quite a lot, but that's an awful lot to sell, 2,000 lime. I think we'll hold fire for now. We've got minus 20. Should we store a little bit of lime and sell a little bit? How about 500? Just to make a bit of money. Yeah, let's sell 500 lime just to make a bit of money, but it's not a renewable source for us. It'll give us 100 in the bank, and we'll see if they can get it transferred over to the trading post in time. We'll put another person on there, see if they can get a bit of lime in there. Got loads of salt. Oh, we've got 400 sunflower oil, so that's cool. We need to make more money, don't we? So, do we put wages down? Look at that, local sales 3,000, and so far this year getting on for that. Put wages down a little bit. Gives us a chance to build up our money again. Oh, nothing left in that farm, nothing in that one, but it's all up here, isn't it? So we've got, wow, 4,000 wheat. 3,000 buckwheat, 4,000 potatoes. We're getting through the sunflowers and making loads of sunflower oil, which is amazing. And then 1,300 potatoes there. We are sitting pretty. And we could do another windmill up here, so let's do that. Because we've got so much wheat, we can turn that into flour. Do a windmill here. That's going to be a nice area to do it. Put it next to that farm. Can we squeeze one in there? Not quite. Put it down there. And I'll just have a think about anything else we need for our production needs. We've got... Oh wow! The tannery's doing well, so we've got a batch on the go. Oh god, look, 2,374 water. I was meant to put the tannery down here, wasn't I? Next to the unlimited supply of water. Let's do that. We'll build a tannery down here, because the water it uses is just incredible. We'll just move these wells up the pecking order, because we're probably a bit short of water up there. And we'll build the tannery down here and just demolish that other one. Tannery, there we go. Yeah, I'll have it in line with the fields, why not? No drama. That'll be fine. So now we've got the tannery going and we're making our own leather. These horses, I don't know what the maximum is for a stables. Good, we've got a well completed and we'll have another one soon. How are the wells doing? That one's not got a lot. That one's not got a lot. That one's got plenty. I think we're okay on wells, but we will move the tannery down there to avert disaster. Let's give you some money. Help you out. Thing is, if you let families run out of money and then they move out of town, then a new family will move into town with more money, and so they're kind of adding to your economy. So you kind of have to strike a balance between doing well with your citizens and giving up on some people who just can't quite pay their way. And I guess ultimately we do want more and more money coming into the economy, but we'll do that through trading, and we're going to be having loads of money before long. We've got the sunflower oil. Just setting up these fields for these cow pastures, so this will probably be the maximum number of cows that we have. So we're going to have 20 in each shed. And how many have we got? We've got 13 so far there. We've got 15 there, which is good. And we've got 3 in there, so we could transfer another 3. Yeah, we could transfer our oldest bull over to another place, but we won't do that yet until we've got another worker. And also we want to expand our hay production out here, so let's get some more hay dryers so that when it comes to the right season one there. One up there, one down there. And then, yeah, just keep them going up like that. That should be more than enough to for everyone, like all of these different cow sheds. Spin this round so it's going the other way, so it's all facing in. I'll do a few hay barracks around here because 2 different sheds will be sharing them. So we could do 6. 6 going to be too many? Probably. Let's just do 4 and then another 2 next to that one. And we'll do another well in this space. That's a nice space. Got a trader we're going to check out. So we've got more and more stuff we can sell. They're offering live chicken, metal parts and textiles, and they're demanding horseshoe, lime and sunflower. Let's sell them 50 horseshoes because we've always got those on the go. And that's got to be making us money, 23 in the bank. We've got 120 up there. They're demanding sunflower, but we're going to turn that into oil and spin more money on it. And look, we're starting to thaw out. So let's just check our farms. So we've got... Ooh, labourer's limit was 0 there. We'll put 10 and apply to all. Check it's worked. Yep. Okay, brilliant. So look, people have piled in straight away. Could do with more people. After our pigsty, we've got a house to be built. Then we've got a few things going on there. But yeah, we could do with a bit more housing. Let's just extend out this block. See how many more houses we can squeeze in. Okay, that's going a bit skew-whiff, isn't it? Let's build the other side first. Yeah, that's a bit less squeezed. Oh, they're facing the other way. Maybe that was why. Okay, so we should be able to fit quite a few in. We can squeeze them down. So we've got one. Oh, uneven terrain. So we'll just expand it out a bit, and it's happier with that. 3 there, and so we've got a bit of a long row here, which is absolutely fine. That one looks good. Houses are a bit wonky. Okay, we've got a load more houses, which is good. So we might need a few more people. Right, they've planted, they're still planting, so they're the last farm, and these are still planting, but they've got less labourer slots open, so they're going to be finished first, and when all those go, they'll be finished, and these guys are still planting. So it's interesting because actually that means the harvest will be a bit staggered as well, and that's probably a good thing, because if everything went in exactly the same time, then that's when we would need all the labour as well. That makes sense. Oh, look. All the cows have gone into a fallow field. So look, the nutrients we've got are 13, 13, 13%. What have we got here? There we go, this is what I'm talking about. 92%, 95 and 100%, and that was left fallow. We're currently growing in it, but if we'd had cows on it, they'd all be 100%. So that's why you'd use cows in a pasture. And if you can't quite be bothered to do that, then it just means you'll get slightly fewer nutrients. Although saying that, the current crop is taking away from the nutrients as well, but yeah, maybe I've not quite got that right. But that's the idea. So all these cows are in that other field. Bring it up to 100%. I'm going to move this bull. Have we got anyone in there? Yep, we're full of stuff. So we're going to move this bull over here and create another cow shed, another breeding cow shed. We'll move over the oldest cows. A bull and 2 cows I quite like the idea of. We've got our first baby over in these guys. That was our starter cow shed last year. And we've got 14 cows here, so maybe if we keep 1 cow shed to keep breeding and providing the starter cow sheds, for which we've got 2 more, and then we keep this cow shed to go max and just start producing some beef and some hides, and then just let everyone else just grow, and very slowly but surely we'll start having stuff come in, but also 4,700 water. It's crazy, isn't it? So here we've got max number of batches 1 and a batch size of 500. Now if a batch is interrupted, it will ruin, so you'll lose an awful lot of material. And it looks like it's still gathering raw materials, and it's water. It's insane amounts of water. My god, are they sucking it from the local area? Got 2 wells just up here where we've got plenty of water. Okay, I think we're okay because we've just got plenty of wells around. But you can see why I want to build one down here where this water platform gives us unlimited water. And I think you can still get water in the winter, but if not, we can keep an eye on that and then build, like, I don't know, 20 wells around them or something. Although, if each well holds 1,000 water, and then would need 5 wells, and that would give it enough. And that'll be fine. There we go. So, right, we've got a lot more eggs coming into the mix, and also we'll have chickens. So we need to start putting chicken meat in our markets. So here we go. Here's one with eggs and chicken eggs. 288 last year, and so far this year in May, 180. So that's ramping up. So we need another market to start selling more stuff. And we could put it down around here, around this area where there are other markets. So let's put you down and get you active. Nice little marketplace here for the people. Need to cut down a few trees first. Put you down there, but we need a tree felling tool. Speed you up. And maybe we could put a market down here as well, because ultimately you need clusters of 4 markets to sell every single thing possible. And I'll show you an easy way of doing that later when we get to that point. There we go. So we've got our 4 markets here in this little sector, which is lovely. Could do with 4 markets around here with those 2. Oh, got a trading up. Let's just put some chicken on for sale here. Chicken meat, and we'll employ a person. Right, what are we trading? Metal parts, honey, live chickens, and they're demanding lime and chicken eggs. Now before long we'll be able to start selling chicken eggs, especially once our second coop is up and running, which here it is, it's built. Let's hire someone there, and we'll relocate some chickens from the other coop. There's actually a tool to do that. You don't drag and drop. Possibly because there's a lot more chickens and hatchlings involved. They've done that tool. Oh wow, we've got 16 pigs, but we've set the limit at 10. So what that's telling me is that, yeah, see here, there's a big litter of pigs that are 2 months old. And so, yeah, you can produce quite a few pigs. I think what will happen is that when they get to an age where they can be slaughtered, they'll be slaughtered, and that's why they've gone over the limit. There we go, building our tannery down there. So we'll activate that soon, and then we can deactivate this once the first batch is done. It's showing us still gathering raw materials, so we probably don't have enough hides or something like that. It's probably hides that we don't have enough of. So we'll wait for those to come through. And ultimately, once we've got all the cows we need and all the bulls we need for the farms, we want to set sheds up so that they've got more cows than bulls, so they produce more milk. But that's a little way away because we need to still produce quite a few ox to get into our farms. We'll do our first pair of oxen as soon as we can, actually, for the purposes of this playthrough. But I would, there we go, we're max on 30 hatchlings, 30 chickens. And there we go, got chicken meat there, and chicken eggs. Plenty of wheat, but it's coming from all the way up the other end, so after a while we'll have we'll have a lot more crops stored down here. Looks like we've got all these fields fallow this year, but we'll get to ploughing soon enough. And also we can, yeah, we just need those hides to start being produced. I will lay down a wagon shed. We can put it down here somewhere, near our stable. Which way round shall we have it? Should we have it backing onto our stable? Ah, that's a bit... Oh yeah, we've got the cart parks there, haven't we? Oh, that's a shame, because we could have bumped it up to the stables. Oh, this is a big old thing. This looks like a big thing that we want to have centrally. Where are we going to have a wagon shed? It's going to take some thought. Oh, we could have one there. That'll be right in between all this industry and this farm. And then we could have another one up here somewhere. Quite like the idea of a wagon shed around here somewhere. Let's put it behind this granary then. We've not really used this granary for anything. And I'm not even sure what we would use a granary for. Which is strange enough, because all the production buildings, they hold unlimited amounts of everything they produce. So, but I guess we've got 4 different farms, and if you want to centralise all their food, you'd put it in there. But I can't see any huge reason for now. Although once we have the wagons moving around, they can move really large quantities of food and goods, and so that might be then worthwhile. Could have a wagon shed in the middle of that area, couldn't we? In our town square. Maybe that's the reason for keeping good big open spaces. What have we got? They're offering flour, cows, lime and salt, and demanding wheat and shoes. Well, we're going to keep all our food for now, and we're not producing shoes yet, but we will be when our cows get up and running. But guess what? We're going to order in... We're going to go for it. We're going to order 10 cows at a cost of 400. We're going to make hay while the sun shines. It's a deal. It's a steal. And it's the sale of the century. Come on, cows. Come home. Let's start up another shed then. Hire a worker. And increase the speed. 175 people in the village. Some people are struggling. So we should increase our wage a bit. Because we're doing quite well on money. We've got over 400 and that's been growing. Just give a bit of money back to the people. But when the good times are rolling, we're going to increase their wages big time. We can access these deposits across the river, which is great. And this one's got 3,700 left. We've just got one worker there plodding away. But we've got no desperate need for lime because we've got a ton of it already in this warehouse. 4,000 lime now, processing all this quick lime that we made. Let's have a closer look. What's going on? We've got our hay dryers. There we go, someone's mowing around there, picking up the hay, putting it on the hay dryer. Some of this hay might be dry, yep. So someone's emptying this hay with a wagon as well. That's quicker with a wagon. Sorry, a cart from here, from the cart store that's really nearby, so that's really useful. So it makes sense to have lots of wagon parks all around. They're all being used. Could do with a wagon around here for the market stalls actually. I mean carts. Shall we see if we can squeeze a cart park in here? Yeah, we can quite easily. Let's do that for the market. Can you squeeze in there? Yeah, let me lay it down. Okay, that's a really nice spot, so that can help supply all these markets. I want to put down... I'm going to build a wagon shed here, if there's enough room. If I can press the right button to rotate it as well. There we go. Right in the middle of everywhere, but pointing that way. Liking the idea of that. We're going to have to choose somewhere to put our church. So actually, let's see what sort of space a church takes up. Ooh, that much space. Wow. It's big. So a church would fit there. However, I'm going to go with more practical things and put the wagon park there. I don't know what you think about that, or even if the wagon park will fit. Put it right in the middle. So we've got room on the left hand side for more market stalls if we need it. Yes, it's let me lay it down. Fantastic. So could have done with a bit of a bigger community space to fit a church as well as a wagon shed. Got a wagon shed over there and one over here, and it might be good to have one up here so that we've got one in different parts of the map. So we'll do that because we're going to be gearing up for having lots of wagons, and this will help serve the farming community, this wagon shed. In fact, I wonder if it's better off putting it in between here. Could have one there. We'll see how we go over here. Put it closer to the windmill so we can put a windmill above it if we need to. Go on, I've laid it down. Done. Got a load of houses to build. Let's build the first wagon shed so we can see what that looks like. So it's a new building with the new update. And look, we're harvesting already. How many workers have they got? So they're harvesting. They look like they've finished. Looks like we're going... I think they had 4 fallow fields, didn't they? So that's this previous year in the middle. And they're going on to 4 fields with buckwheat. I will sort out the rotation. So the rotations of crops will be completely redone in all of the farms, and they'll basically go onto the same rotation, and we'll have so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 fields in a farm, and each crop will have 2 fields because the farm will be split into 4 because it will be a 4-year rotation. And look, we've got our extra cows, and the reason I'm going all out on cows is that we're going to start turning some into oxen. In fact, let's do that now. Oh, after our trader, play the game. They're offering pigs, iron, horse, lime, and demanding chicken eggs and flour. We'll take iron every day and go for 100 money's worth. And just put wages down a little bit to make sure we've got enough money. And just keeping an eye on the money. Yeah, it's just hovering around the 100 mark. Could do with making some trades. We've got loads of sunflower oil, over 1,000 now. We'll just store all of our sunflower oil that we make, so I'll just put in 10,000 as an arbitrary number, and that's all we need from that trader. Right, let's go and make some oxen. Which farm shall we have? Let's go with our let's go with this farm nearest. I was going to say our original farm, but let's go with this because it's the biggest, because it's got all the fields. We are going to order a plough up there. We're going to hit the button supply for oxen, so they're going to bring in some water from the well next door because we've already prepared, and they'll bring in some hay. So we could do, we've got loads of dry hay nearby, but we could do with a hay barracks right next to the farm, just so it's just right there and no one's going to have to struggle to find any. And we'll put that second in the queue behind the wagon shed, which is currently being built, and our money's going over 100, so we'll have plenty for that trade. Here we go. Shall we watch the wagon shed be built? It's lovely how they build these things because they are literally doing it piecemeal, one bit of wood at a time. What is it made of? So it's just wood and nails. So it's a simple construction. Quite often they have like clay, which would mean clay walls, which will give you that white effect. That's the clay. This is the back of it, and this is the field where I presume the horses would hang out. The wagons will be stored under this bit, and actually we can start requesting wagons be built by our carpenters. We've got 2 carpenters, haven't we? That's nearly finished, so we're right near the end. Just this bit to go. All the resources are collected, so it's just the builders who are building it. There we go, it's literally going to be finished right about now. Done. That's the wagon shed building. And this is where the wagons will go, so looks like it's got capacity for 1, 2, 3 wagons, and then it would have I don't know. I don't know how many horses it's going to have per wagon. I would presume 2, but it might just be 1. So we'll hire a worker because they're going to need food. Oh, and water. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if it's worth... Yeah, we've got a hay dryer there. So interesting. For each wagon shed, we'll need a hay dryer, which we'll put there nearby. We'll do a hay barracks, because horses are eating the hay, but they will need wheat as well. But they can have hay right next door. There we go. And they'll need water, so we'll give them a well, just so they don't have to go anywhere for the supply. It's just right there. I know there are probably wells nearby. In fact, there's one over there. But we'll give them their own dedicated well, as we're dealing with animals. No such thing as too much water, and they don't require any maintenance, these buildings. There we go. And that's the wagon shed. We'll request a wagon. Supply for construction or regular deliveries. Interesting. So you can have them... Oh, this is interesting. So you can have it just supply for construction or for regular deliveries or both. Minimum wagon fullness. Oh, and you can make sure that there's a minimum... Wow, this is very interesting. So a wagon has to be at least 50% full till it can go. How funny is that? So we'll leave it at 50% for the wagon fullness here, and we'll see how that goes. Because if you leave it up to 100%, then it may never go anywhere if it, if you don't have enough materials on it. Nice. And we can extend that. So food reserves for 1 year for the horses. We've got horseshoes as well, which is what we need. Water reserves for 4 months. So it's funny how you've got food for a year but not water. We'll up the amount of food, water I mean, to 600. We've doubled it, which will give us 8 months of supply. There we go, 8 months now. And we're going to move our chickens. Forgotten to do that. So we've got all the food we need at the chicken coop. We'll increase our hatchlings limit, and we're going to relocate. We'll just relocate 10 hatchlings and 10 chickens, so we can maintain production in this area and relocate them to there. So you just click relocate, set your amounts, and then click on the place you want them to go. So these guys are waiting chickens. Are we going to see them go? Is it going to be like are they going to like just follow someone in a string? Oh no, they've just appeared there. Okay, great. So there we go. We've got our next chicken coop set up, and they're going to take a lot of grain. So 400 wheat per year for a chicken coop if you've got 10. So what does that mean? It's 1,200 per year for each chicken coop if it's full. But then it's saying that's 8 months supply. It's not entirely clear, but here you can go on resource supply, and it apparently tells you what you're using yearly. But like I said, that's just built up year on year before and just been the total amount that it's ever used. So we'll see. Now we can set up this pigsty, so we can... What you do is you just click there where its name is, and that's a boar, so that's a male, and then just drag it over to the new place. But we'll make sure this is set up, so we'll get a worker there. So they'll start stocking it. And I'll just see what our food situation is, because I think we've just harvested. We just harvested. We have. Let's check it out. So we've got nearly 5,000 buckwheat. We've got 3,600 hemp. Oh wow, let's just slow the game down a bit because we've got quite a lot to do. We've got 350 sunflower. It's not showing any sunflower oil because it's all being taken to the trading post, and it doesn't show trading post stock on here. Wheat 2,500, so not a lot. Pork 1,000, so we're making pork. Oh, we need to be selling pork, so we need to sell pork and beef. And where's the other bit of food we've made? Potatoes, 8,500 potatoes. That's crazy. So we need to get a bit more balance on our food. But here, we're going to add beef and pork. Where's the pork? Pork, and we're going to sell sallow as well. There we go, that's our meat market stall. And so we could do with another couple of market stalls here to mirror the same. So I'll do that. I'll lay down one market stall at least and see if it'll fit. It should go side on here somewhere. There we go. It'll fit in there. What are we trading? Iron. Horse tack. Interesting. So they're after 10 horse tack. Price per unit's 5. That's quite high money. Horse tack's made out of leather, so we're going to cancel that. And we need to make our own horse tack first before we can start supplying others. They're offering more cows, but we've not got a huge amount of money. But we are going to go after iron because we don't want to run out of iron. It's going to go for a big order of iron. We spend 150 money for over 1200. That's going to be a big chunk of our money. And on this market stall, we're hiring someone, and we're going to do a meat stall of beef, chicken, pork, and sallow. Sallow's the pork fat. Right, I keep getting distracted, but we're doing ox here, aren't we? So we've got supply. We've hit the supply button, so that now they've got on site water and hay to keep our oxen alive. We've put on order a plough, which hasn't arrived yet, so we're fine for now. And the carpentry has 2 more orders in the queue, so we'll increase the speed again. We've got an absolute bucket load of food, so we're fine for now. We've started making leather. Well, we need to kill a few more cows to get some more hides to make more leather. Slaughterhouse is running, so we've just done a cow. The hides are still there, and look at all this sallow and pork. It's just sitting there because we weren't selling it, but now we are selling it in the market stalls. That'll go. So that's brilliant. And look, we're back down to 10, so the limit has been reached. We were at 16, weren't we? So yeah, we've slaughtered a few. Looks like we've slaughtered the older ones, and we moved. Have we moved them yet? No, we haven't. So let's move one boar over there, because they've got the supply now. And let's move the oldest pig we've got. Are they all boars? We've only got a couple of pigs. Interesting. Let's move one pig over there then. And I mean, all they have to have is a litter between them, and they get like 6 or 8 pigs for a litter. Okay, so we've got 4 hatchlings, 16 chickens. That's going very well. And this is probably 27 hatchlings, 20 chickens. So they're expanding again. We've got loads of horses now, loads and loads and loads. I wonder if we should have another stables. Maybe, because look, we've got a male who's 9 years old there. Let's build another stables, because we don't want to get to a point where we run out of horses. I think horses might die of natural causes, you know, after a while, once they get so old. So we need to make sure we've got enough supply for the wagons we're going to build up. So we'll put them down there. We've got a water supply locally, but we could do with a local hay supply. So we'll put down another hay dryer and a hay barracks just next to it. Just the one for the horses, because they have wheat as well. There we go, it's building nicely. We got our wagon there yet? Nope. We've ordered one though, so maybe that's the 2 orders. Yeah, 2 orders in the queue. And this one as well, 2 more orders in the queue. So the orders are basically a plough and a wagon. I wonder how much it costs to make a wagon. We'll tick both what boxes and supply for construction and regular deliveries. And are we making horse tack? We're not, are we? Because it's let's work this out, because horse tack requires leather. We don't have any leather, so it might not be showing yet. So where would we make horse tack? That's something we need to work out. In the tannery maybe? No, but the tannery would make leather. I wonder if it's going to be an option in somewhere like the tailor's workshop or something like that. Or it might be in the shoemaker's workshop. Oh no, it's saddlery, isn't it? Silly me. Let's build a saddlery. And we'll build a shoemaker's workshop. We'll build the saddlery down here, near the tanner. So we're running out of space up there. And actually, you know what? As we haven't actually started a batch... Have we started a batch? We could make that empty because we haven't started the batch, so it can't get ruined. Yep. Let's really make that empty, and God, look at all these workers, so let's put that limit down to 2. And there we... Whoa! Brilliant, we've made that empty. And have we hired someone? Let's hire someone at that tannery. We've made this one empty, we'll just swap it all over. We'll unemploy you. Or we'll just leave you employed until that labourer disappears. Emptying building storage. There, he's gone. So we'll get rid of you and we'll demolish that building, and then we can put a shoemaker, and we'll move the tannery down here because of all that water. Unlimited water. And we will build a well next to you just in case. That's an extra option. And there we go. We've expanded out incredibly well. When we've got our plough, which has been ordered, we will make a couple of bulls into ox. It makes sense to do the oldest, so we've got a bull who's 7 years old there. And that's going well. That started off with 3 cows, and it's got like 5 altogether now, that shed. This one we've got 18. Wow, so we need to probably do another starter shed over there with a couple of cows maybe. 12 over there, but we did say we're going to let that one roll to just slaughter a few animals. We'll see, but it's going very well. We're starting to make a bit of money. Lots more people moving in, 190, and yep, need to pay people a bit more money because they're running out. Do that. So thank you for watching. Join me in the next episode.